This video is sponsored by PetFlow. Click thumbs up for Thea, the 6-month-old pit bull puppy. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel too. You're so wild. This should be an interesting one. I'll be giving away 5 signed copies of my book right here on YouTube. Just leave a comment, like the video, and make sure you're subscribed. I'll contact the winners through YouTube. And for regular book giveaways, make sure you like my Facebook page, link below. I was checking out the Kindle edition of my book recently, and you can see the most highlighted passages throughout the entire book. So I thought that was an interesting thing to talk about. I only wish we had more of these Greenies so I could share them with everyone. Whoa! Since I'm giving away so many books, I'll give away a bunch of Greenies to each person who wins a book. These are so great because they have that really unique chewy texture that dogs obviously love. Dogs can really sink their teeth into these all the way up to their gums, so it rubs away plaque and tartar just like a toothbrush does. There's even a grain-free formula. If you notice that your dog or cat's breath needs a little extra pick-me-up, you can give them these breath buster bites, which I like to think of as doggy or kitty breath mints. Is that not the cutest little Greenie you have ever seen? Have you ever tried to give your dog or cat a pill before? Greenies pill pockets make it so much easier. You just squish one of these tasty little pockets around any size pill. These work. My dogs and cat love their pill pockets. We use them all the time. Get all of these awesome Greenies products from PetFlow and get your dog food automatically shipped to you too. You can use promo code ZACH30 when you check out to get $10 off your first 3 shipments. Today I'm gonna give you my top 10 bits of dog training advice as chosen by you. The number 10 most highlighted point in my book is, for the next year, I strongly recommend insisting that your dog hold a sit-stay for 5 to 10 seconds at every open door leading to the outside before allowing her to walk through it. Be really consistent. This is a biggie. This truly is a life-saving skill and should be prioritized very early on. You're gonna chew the metal part of your leash? Puppy logic. Let's go to the number 9 most highlighted point. When I have a new dog, my protocol is to attach a 4 to 6 foot leash to my belt loop during the day so that when I get up to go to the kitchen, check the mail, or do yard work, my dog is with me. I regularly encounter skepticism as to the practicality of this point, but it really isn't as inconvenient as you think it is. By having your dog attached to you with a leash, you're right there to prevent bad habits from getting started, but more importantly, you're there to communicate what you do like. And, you know, there's nothing like having a dog attached to you to really encourage you to interact with them a lot more. Of course, if you do have your puppy tied to you, you may need to put up with stuff like this. Number 8, for treats during primary training sessions, again, use tiny pieces of real chicken or other meat. The reward should be about the size of a grain of rice for small dogs and no larger than a pea for larger dogs. You really want to make sure that you're using a treat that your dog loves, not just likes. Dog treats do have their place though. I've never smelled dog treats that smell like blueberries. In fact, having treats that keep well at room temperature on hand at all times will really speed up the training process if you strategically use them. Number 7, don't use treats for fetch. Trying to teach a dog fetch within minutes of using food is a bad idea in most cases, as the dog is in food mode and less likely to be grabby with their mouth. The reward for a proper fetch should be the toy or the object. It's true, many dogs are a lot less playful when food is on their mind. I love it when a dog will play tug with Frisbee. Yes, I do. Number 6, the fastest way to achieve a bond with most dogs is through activities that involve play, such as fetch or tug of war, or even a game of chase in the backyard. As Plato once said, you can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. So if your dog likes to play with them often. Watch your fingers. Number 5, prepare to spend 20 minutes to 1 hour per day of training and exercising at least 5 days a week for the first 6 months to 1 year of training. And teaching a dog takes a year of consistently working with them in lots of different contexts. Leave it alone. Ooh, that was good. Real life leave it right there. Didn't even do it on purpose. Number 4, if you ask your dog to come and she doesn't, then it's on you to snap into training mode for a few seconds or even a minute and motivate her to come to you, regardless of what you're busy doing. You gave the request, now see it through and make sure you get the result you want. I'm glad you guys are picking up on this one. Consistency is so important when you're training a dog. Now it's time for the number 3 point. Remember to put away your dog's favorite toys unless you're playing with them. That way your pet will be excited when you do bring them out as a reward. If special toys like balls, frisbees, and tug toys are just left out all the time, they'll lose their potency. In other words, don't do that. By keeping this toy alive and fun, you're much more likely to keep your dog engaged when you use play to train them, which can be one of the most valuable ways to teach many dogs. And the last thing you want is for such a valuable form of currency like tug of war and this rope toy to just become another chew toy to your dog. So keep these extra special. And now for your top 2 dog training tips. Number 2, this one has to do with potty training a puppy. At the very least, walk your dog first thing in the morning, right after he wakes up from a nap, 10 to 20 minutes after eating or drinking, after playtime, and right before bedtime. Potty training really does catch a lot of people off guard. They think they can do it in just a couple of weeks, but usually it takes more of an effort than that. So it should be no surprise that my number 1 highlighted passage in my book is dogs typically will have to go potty about 15 to 20 minutes after eating. Also, make sure you remove your dog's water dish 2 hours before bedtime and during house training. Now, since so many of you need help with house training and potty training, I'm gonna have a video in the description that will help you. I'm giving away 5 signed copies of my book and a whole bunch of Greenies. Check the description for details. If you found these tips helpful, get a copy of the book. It's only around 10 bucks, and it has a 4.6 star rating on Amazon too. You can also get it in electronic or audio form. I narrated it myself. Go to PetFlow and get all of your Greenies products, and get your dog food automatically shipped to you from PetFlow. It makes things way easier. Enter code ZACH30 and you'll get $10 off your first 3 orders. Give Thea a thumbs up. She did a great job today. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and we'll see you guys next time.